Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. Turns out he had the money. My grandmother recently told me the story about how my grandfather got his blue pick-up truck from an idiot salesman. My grandfather, whose name will be Chuck, always dressed like he was low on money, ripped up shirts and jackets cause it's cheaper than buying new sheet. But Chuck actually had quite a bit of money from some stocks he invested in. Anyways, on to the story. Chuck's car recently broke down and he needed a new one. My grandmother always liked a blue pickup from the local dealers, so he decided to buy it. Chuck loved to haggle for a good deal, and this time was no different. The car $18,000 and the salesman, who we'll call Jack, doesn't even think Chuck has made that much in his life based on his appearance. So while their negotiation, Chuck says, "Chuck, I'll give you $9,000 today. Jack, if you can get me $9,000 by sundown, the car's yours." And with that they shook on it, and Chuck went off to the bank where he wrote up a check for $9,000. And an hour later, he walked up to the dealer with a sheet-eating grin on his face when he set down the check, and asked, "Where's the keys?" Jack tried to argue that there was no contract, but when Chuck called Jack's boss, Bob, the conversation went as followed. "Bob, Jack, did you agree to the terms?" "Jack, I didn't think he'd actually get it." "Bob, did you agree or not?" "Jack, I did." "Bob, then give him the fucking car, then pack your things. You're fired." Chuck drove off with his truck, and the dealer is there to this day. I'm gonna get my first car from there soon, although I don't think I'll get the same deal, sadly. You want less shrink? Okay then. I worked at a truck stop long ago that hated food waste. Jen, co-worker on night shift with me, and we would make sure foods cooked that day were sold by 3 a.m. by selling things at steep discounts, starting at 1 a.m. a hot dog that was $2 during the day, 50 cents after 1 a.m. taquitos normally $1.50, 25 cents each after 1 a.m. We made sure management knew about this and had written confirmation it was okay. We were both early 20s but not stupid, which is why we got the written permission. Well, the owners decides to sell. Sweet couple, in their 70s by then, and awesome bosses. They sold to a corporation that did not like policies like discounting food even if it was 3 or more hours old. Standard policy is after 3 hours to discount or toss. We always discounted, so we were told we could no longer sell those old foods at a discount. In the area the truck stop was, it was a small town of about 500 people max, and some of them worked in 10-12 shifts, so they'd be starving when they came in with $1, $2 in their pockets at 2 a.m. and really appreciated the discounted foods. They were not happy with the changes new owners made. Time for malicious compliance. Jen and I no longer discounted those items, and instead let them go 3 hours, then tossed them, marking them off as shrink. The company started having to throw away 25-40 pounds of food a week, where before it was maybe 10 pounds a week. They were livid. Came out to about $1,000 every quarter in loss, and they blamed us for it. We both got fired, but we still had friends there, so I got an update about 3 months later. The company lost so much profit from shrinkage that they sold it to someone else after a month. New person put us back the way it was before Corp took over, and has since made a nice profit margin from food sales. Send my laptop back after a layoff. Okay. I was recently laid off from my remote job. It was a last-minute video chat with HR, and then my entire access was cut off as soon as the call ended. No time to say goodbye to anyone. No time to retrieve any personal files from my laptop. Shitty severance. But then the kicker was telling me that I need to ship their laptop back ASAP. I've had other companies send prepaid laptop boxes to return equipment, or just say to keep it. This company expected me to waste my time to package up the computer, and then find a place to ship it back. Seems like a lot to ask of someone you just got rid of, like a piece of trash. They gave me their shipping account code, and told me I can just charge it on their account. I eventually get around to going across town, only to be told the code doesn't work, and I have to pay out of pocket. At this point I'm very annoyed with this process. The company tells me I can pay out of pocket and they'll reimburse me. Okay, I can do that. So I found the most expensive option I could find, and added some bathrooms tiles into the box to make it extra heavy and had it shipped. I also shipped my mouse and power supply separately in the same expensive fashion with extra weight. Total cost $840. Cost of laptop probably about $500. Anyways, F them. I did as I was told. Maybe next time they won't fire people, and then expect them to drive around town to return their stuff.